Alright, here's the next video in the series. So once you have this out of the way, I actually, in order to give myself some clearance, I just put a big bolt in the end of this fuel line to keep any additional leaks out. You might want to do that. Just don't drop it into the fuel tank. Make sure it's relatively snug. But the next part is a little bit of a pain in the ass. I figured out how to do it. Thank you, Magnum, for the write-up online. But it's kind of squirrely how you get this out of here. You got to clear all these bolts. You've got to get this front lip out over this hose and then lean it backwards. So it's a bit of a trick, but I thought I would show you how this actually goes if I can do it with one hand here. So you've got to get this hose out of the way. Okay, so clear the hose, get up over that front, get the front lip out, pull forward gently, and then you can leave this whole contraption back. And you see down, and you can't see, I don't have enough light. The float is down there. There's the float arm. So you gotta be very careful you don't torque that. And then there sits the pump in its little bracket. And I'm assuming that there's clips on the side to get this out. So let me reach in. Yep, on each side, right there you can see, right there, you squeeze that little clip and that releases the fuel pump. So now I gotta get at the other one. And I think once I have this pinched, it'll come out. Alright, that's that side. Put this down for a second. Alright, so now I just got both of those released. So now, hey, blood. So now we have to lift this assembly out carefully. The old fuel pump assembly, which is right there. And I'm going to put this down again real quick. And the float. Okay, so once you're under there, it's pretty straightforward how to get that out. So now we've got it. Try not to make a mess in the car. And there we go. That's where he sits. You can see there's a clip on each side, and I'll point to it. The fuel pump clips in there, and it clips in there. And you'll see the clips when I show you. The level sensor sits right down in this area. It'll go in that direction. And it doesn't look too bad. There's a little residue, but I've seen worse. And again, here's the gasket we're going to replace when we put it back together. So I won't be needing this gasket. That came with the fuel pump. And it makes sense to use a new one of those if you can, because you are talking about gas fumes. And this is pretty beat up. So let's go out here to the table. Let's see what we got. Old gasket and new gasket. Here's the fuel pump. Very simple. Okay, we're going to take off this hose and connect the new one. Alright, and we're going to pull off these wires right here and connect those to the new pump. You guys see that? We don't mess with any of this stuff. Okay, we don't mess with this clip that connects to the electrical connectors. Alright, and in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip this off right here. You see by the new fuel pump. And I might reuse that hose. It looks like it gives me a little more length. So I might take this off. I might take this off down at the pump and reuse the OEM hose instead of this other hose, and just take this off. So, but there's the clean filter, new fuel pump. And once I get this put back together, because I can't do this with one hand, I'll turn the video back on and show you how it goes back together.